Hello friends, welcome to this session on English grammar. In the previous session, we discussed what a sentence is, the different types, and its parts. So can you tell me what is the most important component to form a sentence? Yes, it is the words. Many words combine to form a meaningful sentence. Each of these words play a different role based on the function of a sentence. In English, all the words can be categorized into 8 separate groups called the 8 parts of speech. An individual word can function as more than one part of speech when used under different circumstances. Understanding the parts of speech is essential for determining the correct definition of a word and when it is used. Without any further ado, let's understand them one by one. Please note, in this session, we will be looking into 3 of them. Friends, have you heard of this game, Name, Place, Animal, Things? Now suppose I give you a letter G. You have to quickly write a name, a place, an animal and a thing starting with the letter G. So are you done? All your answers can be categorized under a group called as nouns. Nouns are derived from the word nomen, meaning name. Nouns are words or names that refer to persons, places, things, ideas, events, substances, etc. Nouns generally play the role of a subject or object in a sentence. Like, George called him. Sarah is tall. In the 2 sentences, George and Sarah are the names and they are playing the main role, or say they are the subject of the sentence. Now let's take some other examples. Sam is an intelligent boy. Greece is a very beautiful country. Can you identify the nouns in these sentences? Sam and Greece. Is that the only noun? Can we scan the sentence again? What about boy and country? Yes, even they are nouns. This brings us to types of nouns. Now the words boy, country also indicates a person and a place, but they are not specific. It could be any boy or any country, right? Such nouns that indicate a person, a place, an animal or a thing, but not specifically pointing out to which one, are known as common nouns. Whereas Sam shows a specific boy named Sam, and Greece is a specific name of a country. Hence, they are called as proper nouns. Proper nouns are always written with a capital letter. Nouns have many subgroups, but we will understand them later in detail. Now moving ahead, let's read this passage. Yesterday, I met a girl named Rachel. Rachel likes chocolates. Rachel was going with Rachel's father for a walk. Rachel and Rachel's father were going to buy groceries. Doesn't this passage sound a little odd? The name Rachel has been repeated so many times. How would it sound if we had it in this way? Yesterday, I met a girl named Rachel. She likes chocolates. She was going with her father for a walk. They were going to buy groceries. As you can see, instead of using the name Rachel or say the noun Rachel repeatedly, the second passage we have used she, her and they at appropriate places. So these words which are used instead of a noun in a sentence are called as pronouns. Pro means on behalf of. So pronoun means on behalf of the name. Pronouns perform the role of replacing nouns at places needed to avoid repetition. Can you spot the pronouns in these sentences? He fell down and broke his knee. She is a professional dancer. Yes, He and his in the first sentence and she in the second sentence are pronouns. They were used to indicate a boy and a girl. So I hope you are with me. Now suppose you did very well in your exams and your mother says, "My boy is very clever," or "My daughter is very intelligent." Now if we focus on these two words, clever and intelligent, they are showing your qualities or describing some peculiarity in you. So the words that describe qualities or state of beings of nouns are called as adjectives. The word adject means added. So adjectives are words added to the noun. Adjectives can show both quality and quantity. Like good, bad, sincere, lazy, beautiful, ugly are all showing qualities, while few, many, little, millions are showing quantities. Adjectives are very easy to identify. They are mostly placed immediately before the noun. Or you can ask the question what, which, how many, etc. to find the answer to it. It would always be an adjective. Let's quickly try and spot the adjectives in the given statements. He is a brave soldier. There are few girls in my class. What kind of soldier is he? Brave. How many girls are there in my class? Few. In both these cases, the adjective is coming before the noun. This was just a brief information about adjectives. So friends, in this session we have briefly explained the 3 groups of the 8 parts of speech. Now let's do a quick revision of nouns, pronouns and adjectives. Are you ready for a quick test? Identify the different types of underlined words and segregate them into nouns, pronouns and adjectives. Hope you enjoyed the session and please stay tuned with us to catch up on the remaining parts of speech. Before you leave, take a look at the online courses hosted on our platform www.letstu.com. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update from us. Thank you for watching.